Yes, people, welcome back to Never a Foul. You know what it is, man. Look at the panel we got today. Yeah, but Mons, obviously, he's every day. He's in his first position robe. It looks clean. Yeah, it looks clean. Can't lie, man. Me, I'm burning. I can't lie. Look at my eyes. I'm barely open. Yeah, this is some people's last day before they go back to work. MP, you're right. You're here, so we can go. We did go live when you said that. We got Jay here, you know, Tottenham fan. We got Northside. Imagine Northside talk football. Doesn't have to be about Arsenal because it's not about Arsenal today. And then obviously we got Greasy to talk absolute shit because he's just gonna say, "I told you so. I told you so." You know, I did say this. I did say that. You know, I predicted this back in the summer. So yeah, man, we're gonna have to hear all of that this stream for about an hour or less. But yeah, man.
Why's the sack? Why's the sack? So I just seen this, you know.
Hey, bring him to United. How about that?
That guy is good. Him and Frank Lampard, hang it up. Hang it up. And just go stick into punditry and whatever you guys do, man. But it's football team managing, not for you, bruv.
I don't think that's the case. I think he done so well to what's it called? That Birmingham was always a sinking ship. Does that make sense? I think he joined the sinking ship regardless, and I think that was the wrong move. He should have waited till a better job was appropriate at the time. I don't know. I don't think he's dead, innit? I think Birmingham are just crap.
But devil's advocate, Kaz, they were sixth when he took over. Like,
yeah, but there was no problems going on, innit? Like people know.
True. But the thing is that like look at it like if you're gonna revamp your whole style of play and what you're gonna do mid-season without a window. So you bring in the manager in and saying, we want to play this football, but you've not had any chance to buy players to completely suit that football.
Maybe,
So you're right in terms of it's a singing ship, but also Rooney taking that job then, is that has he analyzed the squad and thought he could do it, or has he just picked up his football coaching to a level that it's not there?
I don't know, man. Last time I don't care about Birmingham Football Club anyways. So, you know.
Man's actually open asking questions, you know, about Rooney. You're really asking questions about that guy.
Big up Coventry. Big up Coventry, yeah? That's what I'm going to say. That's my bid in the club. Other than that, man, I know, so what you saying, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just here in the car, looking like an Uber driver. Just, basking in I told you so about my club. So, yeah, man, up to the Uber driver. You know what I mean? We're here, man. You know what I mean? Multitasking at work. But, yeah, I had to jump on real quick. But I'm good, man. I'm good. Love having me on.
It's nice car, man. Hopefully he's going to be here every week as well. And stop crying. Oh, Cass, wash your mouth out talking like that. Relax. Monts. You had a good sleep last night.
Hey, listen. You see that top of the table kit? Yeah, hit good still.
How's it feeling being 5 points ahead of certain man?
Bro, I've still got the gap. I've still got the gap in man's eyes. I got the Premier League gap in man's eyes, bro. Like it's therapeutic still. Obviously, you know, I've got when you wake up and the Prem ain't there yet, so it don't matter.
No, it's one of those ones. When you wake up, you wake up with a feeling like, you know what, it's worth waking up today. I remember that feeling about 10 years ago.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? But my season plan's done out, but we move in it. We move, you know what I'm saying? We move. I've got obviously got the robe, got the mug.
It's a nice robe, actually. It is a nice robe, man. So you're gonna have to drop that Amazon link afterwards for us. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not the wave no more. The new wave is that big onesie jumper thing. That
as the George. Yeah.
Jay, man, top looking alright.
I'll fall asleep.
We're doing okay, man. We're doing okay. We've won 4 out of the last 5. You know, obviously being 4-0 down to Brighton will probably make people reassess how Spurs' form has been over the last 5 games. But yeah, credit to Ange. Man's finding solutions, not making excuses. You know, we're missing some big players and the team just keeps rolling. So yeah, really happy. 1 point below our ceiling is their floor, Arsenal, which is
I did there. That's why I put you below.
Yeah. It's good.
You know what I mean?
That's good, and yeah, look, really happy.
Oh yeah,
And
I'm 3 points behind Don. So
yeah. We're only a few points back. At Liverpool, look, hopefully we can pick some points up on them when Salah goes away. But Son's going, Bazuma's going, Sar's going. So we've got United away.
Where's the graphic?
United away on the 14th. So I'm not that optimistic for January, but I'm optimistic for the rest of the season. But
you say that?
Where's the graphic for the table?
No.
Now he's in the top 10. He wants to see the table.
Nah, bro. I even before I said let me see it. I said I need to see it. I need to see it.
You know,
keep it up. I even said don't like it
on the overlay.
Yes, bro, on the side.
So typically on my 5-man overlay that I have here, I don't usually have a table in it. I will try for him, but the thing is, I've only just got back home, man. So
We're still getting into it.
You think Mont's being 15 minutes late every day or every stream, yeah? You'd think that there might be something there, but Mont's is a busy man, unfortunately. Be saying Don though, man. Look, Chelsea. Look, I can't lie. It's been boring talking shit on Chelsea for that long. It become the norm. I'm not saying that you're not going to be shit in the next game. You probably will be. You might not be, but at the moment of time, yeah, you're right. You're slightly right.
Yeah, man. It's slowly brewing. I'm still not happy with my manager right now, but like I've been telling you lot, listen, results is what I'm looking for right now, isn't it? And finally, we got a back-to-back win, man. Back-to-back win. 2023, worst year that I've ever seen in my whole life. My club last year, we were bad. So 2024, I'm hoping for bigger things, man, and I'm hoping for a different second half of the season. We'll see what we do in January, but listen, we're not far from top 6 or Europe or whatever now. We just need to push on now and keep getting these wins, man. Do you know what I'm saying? But big up the panel, man, and big up the chat as well, man. Every time.
To be fair to Don, you are a little bit you're closer than you think. Like before we played Bournemouth, I looked at the table. It was like 8 points. Chelsea were behind us, and I said, 8 points is still a lot, but it's like, 8 points isn't like, it's not loads. That's like us going on a 3-game, like not winning for 3 games, and Chelsea can close that up. So I was like, I'm glad we won, and it's 11, but it shows how tight the Premier League table is. That 2-3 wins back to back, and you're closing gaps at the moment. So
bro, we're Newcastle are 1 point ahead of us.
That's what I'm saying. That's mad.
Their last win was actually against us. Every other game.
Crazy. I think I've done what was it once? I don't know. I think I said it on Monster's stream yesterday. Yeah, I went through a couple of the Newcastle results. Oh my word! The last time they recorded like 5 wins in the last 15 games or something. It's something dumb.
I hope and Kaz, and Newcastle fans getting cooked as much as they should be getting cooked, because it's spicy at the beginning of the season, like they were here to stay.
We need Kendall in here, man. I ain't seen Kendall in here.
She done a run. Yes, she ignored me yesterday on purpose. Yeah, it's not even a joke. Yeah, big up Kendall. Yeah, but we got words because he Specs. Specs, has been this guy's been getting spit roasted. He's been getting barebacked, spit roasted, lubed up, all of that. Fam, because no pause in 2024.
no pause.
Yeah, we're leaving that in 2023. Right,
if you do a pause in there, you're getting sin bin for 2 minutes. It's simple as that.
All right.
But yeah, I'm just saying, she's a runner. She's anyways, but and you know, Phil, you're right. I do have a soft spot for Chelsea. I can't lie, but don't we all? Because they're like the little bros in this thing right now because they were doing so bad and you just want them to do better. It's like your guy that's been smoking weed for bare long and he's finally got in uni after at a certain age. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm gonna start off here. Make sure you smash the like button, people, as well. Like 300 of you nearly here in the house. Make sure you check out everyone's channels, Northsides or Don's whenever it comes about, and then obviously Monts on Big Six Pants. It's always in the description permanently. He says check out our friends' channels. But yeah, man, make sure you smash the like button. 10 away from 100. We're gonna start with the Liverpool. I'm gonna start with Northside first though, because obviously his club got dethroned by this club twice, obviously in Liverpool. Arsenal are down there, but we're not here to really talk about Arsenal. I want to see Northside's opinions on actual Liverpool. You know, not many Arsenal fans want to come and talk football these days. I wonder why. You know, so he's one that does.
It's funny because I was one of the few people, I was one of the few Arsenal fans that were always saying I wouldn't write Liverpool off. Yes, I still feel like they need a CDM. Yes, I do think they need another right back that can sit in certain games. We saw yesterday for Isak's goal, Trent got cooked, along with a couple of other players on that left-hand side. But at the end of the day, Liverpool, they need less players to sustain a title race than Arsenal. And I said this before. I said this when we were top of the league, top at Christmas. And I said, Liverpool, they got an attack that can save them out of a lot of problems. They've got a new midfield. Yeah. And yeah, it needs time to gel. Yeah, a lot of them haven't been as consistent as I'm sure Liverpool fans wanted. But let's not go on like we don't rate a lot of these midfielders that they got in. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why I never thought like, oh, you know, rule them off. I still have City to win the league. Don't get it twisted. But I always thought that Liverpool would be in the title race. They got players there that have been there, done that. They've got a manager that's been there, done that. They still have a stronger strike force than Arsenal. And they're less players away to sustain this run. So at the end of the day, you know, listen, I feel with Liverpool, they need a right back. They need a CDM. They need a striker that's going to be clinical. And I think they're there. I think they can get, I feel like
you might need a left back because of the two injuries, two shoulders, and the two injuries to both our left backs.
That's crazy that they both hurt their shoulders, you know. That's actually crazy, bro. I don't think I've ever seen that my whole time watching football. Two guys in the same position get the same, like a similar injury. It's mad. Like shoulder one. It's crazy.
At Arsenal, we need loads more players, bro. And our team isn't, bro, we ain't got the rotation. We haven't got the attack, clearly. Martinelli, 2 goals. Nketiah, 5 goals. Saka, 5 goals. You know what I mean? Man like Solanke, Jackson, and Buemo, all these men are outscoring my front three. So you have to put respect on Liverpool, bro. Like, at the end of the day, they've progressed, like, from last season to now. They're always in with a chance, and the arrogance of Arsenal fans to think that, oh, we're the proven team and we can go out there and do this and this. Nah, bro. Like, I never said that. Not one time can anyone find any video of me disrespecting Liverpool. The only thing I always said about Liverpool is they can be opened up. Yeah. And that set piece, you saw it. You know what I mean? This is where they're fragile. And this is where it's the yin and yang with Liverpool. But it's always going to be that under this manager. Like, as much as you guys can score, you can concede as stupidly. I think it was Jota that got absolutely out-jumped, bro. Like, he just got bodied. Why was he the guy marking in the set piece, bro? Like, was it Botman that headed it in?
Yeah, Botman climbed.
That was a mad header as well.
Yeah, just one thing on that is just like I do like Jota in the air. So the only thing is that like he is good in the air. So I don't know if there's something technical in the Liverpool. Like, he's one of Liverpool's best headerers, maybe they thought. But yeah, he got absolutely bullied by Botman. It
would have been Nunes on him as usually because that's who he came off for.
Wait. Jota was marking Botman.
Yeah.
Defensively, that's completely different to attacking the ball, GJ. Like,
no, absolutely. I'm just thinking about the logic behind why they might have stuck him on him. Like, like obviously you can be out jumped but not be terrible. Do you know what I mean? When I think of Jota in the air, I don't think he's terrible. It's not like he put him on endo or something. Do you know what I mean? As in, like,
he had to run on him. I think someone should have.
It's bad, but he's not woeful. Like, do you know what I mean?
I hear you.
Someone should have screened the run, in my opinion. But yeah, go on. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, go on. I was just going to even more allude to, like, look, Northside did said it better than anybody else as well, Don. I'm going to wait for Monts because obviously Monts is. I ain't heard you lot's opinion, and Monts obviously we spoke last night. A lot of people might have heard it, but Monts has got a lot. Obviously, it's his club. But he's right though. Like, Northside's right in everything he said. Right now, as it currently stands, you know, when it comes to Liverpool, when it comes to the defense, even though the defense is quite open, and I think Alisson has saved him quite a bit. I think Van Dijk's been on scintillating form. You could say. I think you could say he's blamed for the Isaac goal though. I think he could have been a little bit more clued up. But other than that, they got the best defensive record so far in the league. And if we're being honest with each other as well, no club looks like they're good defensively this season. Not even Newcastle.
Wait, Liverpool have now conceded the least amount of goals.
18.
One thing I wanted to say on Liverpool is that I want to praise them more than I have really been praising them, because the thing with Liverpool is, because of Man City, in my opinion, how they've won the league in previous seasons, they've kind of shown this is the way that the league is won. So when other teams are top or they're doing well, we automatically compare them to other teams, like not knowing that, you know, each race is different. And Liverpool offensively, what was it, 7 XG last night against Newcastle?
7.53 XG.
7.5 XG. yeah, considering Newcastle didn't have a man sent off or anything, like if Dubravka didn't play like 2013 Neuer, that could have been 8 or 9. Like, do you know what I mean? So not only have Liverpool found a way to play consistently, pen their players in, lots of offensive goal threat. Obviously, you can say, look, one thing about Arsenal, we'll talk about later, is when you look at Saka, Martinelli, and Odegaard's goal contributions from last season, Arsenal fans might have gone on to think that that was their norm. Yeah, it's not necessarily their norm. That could have just been their peak. Whereas Liverpool this season, they've got different players who are underperforming. Like Núñez is massively underperforming his goals.
I wouldn't say massive. I was going to say I wouldn't say he's massively underperforming. I think he's massively underperforming in terms of.
I think he's improved, but it's still not of the level.
Enough. Yeah.
Okay, fair. I think if Núñez was on 18 goals this season, we wouldn't be surprised. As in, he could comfortably, to me, have got 8 more goals than he's got.
Oh, easily, yeah.
He's currently he's got the worst conversion rate, bro.
So just to turn on the Liverpool point is, offensively they're doing well. Midfield wise, they've got a lot of good technical midfielders. They're just a good side that are well coached and that are proving through the season. And you're right, Northside. Like Arsenal fans did think they'd lapped Liverpool already. One season being better than Liverpool, and they really did push the narrative that who are Liverpool. And I won't lie, I drank the Kool-Aid a little bit. You know, I did drink the Kool-Aid a little bit, and rumors of Liverpool's demise have been greatly exaggerated. But when we look back on Klopp's tenure, we'll look at his decision to start inverting Trent as a generational decision for him, and one that probably prolonged his Liverpool tenure as manager, because last season they didn't look like this, and now they look like they've got a fully functioning system. Maybe a couple of holes there, here and there, but they could be the team to beat along with Man City. I know it's a little bit early, but I think they could.
Well, right now they are the team to beat right now.
Man United nullified them though. This is the thing I will say about Liverpool, and this is the thing with football fans. A lot of times it's like all praise or all negative. Now sometimes it can be balanced at the same time. As much as I've praised Liverpool, Man United absolutely nullified Liverpool. If you give them no space in behind, and they exposed Newcastle through space in behind, they left little bits of space, and Liverpool are a team that if you leave any space, they'll capitalize off of that. Man United just did not play ball. Everyone kick back, you open us up. No space, doubling up on man. They've got no individuals that will open you up if you play like that. That was an example how to nullify Liverpool. And Man United even had 1 or 2 chances to nick the game. If they were a better team, had a better strike force, they could have nicked it. That's the one thing as a Liverpool fan, I'd be thinking like, yo, we need an individual that can actually really pull the strings when there's no space in behind. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. You just open up a can of what, you know what, Northside, you must be host today. You're asking all the right questions, saying all the right things, because I was going to say this.
So basically, he's saying Sabozla and his long shots ain't going to save them. They ain't going to save them. Yeah. That's what he's saying. Hungarian.
I'm not. You know what it is? Yeah, it's facts though. That look,
It's true.
The thing is, even though we applied that part, I think even at times, Man City can say they kind of struggle sometimes with the low block, and they have to do it. They've been doing it for about 5 years. Arsenal, when it comes to low block, Don said it, bro. Like they struggle to find anything. So I think you can apply that to a lot of teams right now, and that's why I think Liverpool are in the position that they are as well. Do you get what I'm saying? But obviously, Man City, we'll talk about that very soon because, yeah, it's not looking good for us in the league. But Don, he was talking about alluding about someone that can break up a game a little bit. There's one guy that's about to go, or he has probably left already to the AFCON, man. It's Mo Salah. Now, life after Mo Salah, obviously, we had a big debate about it yesterday. Slyly. And obviously, Wilkes and Monsters, they're very confident in their team that they can still get the job done over the line, considering he probably is going to be gone for about 4 Premier League games minimum, maybe. Something like that. So, what do you think the form's going to be looking like for them? Like without him, yeah. What do you reckon it's going to be like without him?
Boy, first of all, yeah, who even plays on the right for them?
By the way, I think he's got 14 goals, 8 assists, which accounts for, if I'm correct, half of Liverpool's goals and goals this season. No, sorry, yeah, half of their goals that are made up through his GA alone.
And listen, Salah is irreplaceable, isn't it? So losing him even for one game is kind of long. So I think it's going to affect them. Who's their games now? What games does Salah miss?
So he's gonna miss. Do you know off the top of your dome?
What teams are you not playing? Salah, where Salah's not playing?
So
in the league.
Or in the league.
Do you want me to say it? I've got it up now if you want.
All right, if you got it, you can just say it.
Yeah. So all right, in the league, they got Bournemouth away, which is a decent game typically between them two. Then they got Chelsea. After that, 10 days later, and then they got Arsenal away, and then after that they're fine. They got Burnley, Brentford away, Luton Town at home. So yeah,
Arsenal away. That's FA Cup though, isn't it? That's not the
nice league.
The league. Oh, he's missing that game. He's missing that game.
Yeah.
Boy. So what? For me, yeah, obviously, like I said, Salah is irreplaceable, innit? Because the guy can be having a bad game. Like even yesterday in the first half, yeah, he wasn't really doing much. Obviously, he missed a penalty, and then out of nowhere, just a moment of brilliance like that. Do you know what I'm saying? For two of their goals that they scored.
And then penalty miss. He ruined my FPL by 2 points, the waste man. But yeah.
Yeah, penalty miss as well. But he's a game changer, innit? Mo Salah's a game changer. So I think it's definitely going to affect them, man. 110%. But if they've got someone like Jota coming into the 11, I think he's someone that's quite clinical. When he comes off the bench, more time, he always does something. Do you know what I'm saying? So he might be able to be that guy that they go to in front of goal. But for me, Salah is going to be a big miss, man, honestly, because this guy is he's world class. He's a game changer for them. So no one can sit here and say, oh, we're going to be all right without Salah. I think it's going to affect Liverpool 110%. Yeah. Especially with the teams that you've mentioned there as well, bro.
Yeah, you know what? Monster's obviously this is his club, so I'm pretty sure he can apply whatever he needs to apply to this conversation. Right. The one thing I'll say, Mo Salah, the one thing I don't want to hear from Liverpool fans is that we did it before. Yes, and we do it again. Last time you did have Mane and Salah. I hear it. But that's a different Liverpool team. This is a different system and new players. You got Harvey Elliott to come in. Divock Origi is usually the guy that was always the one that would pop up. Jota was there at the time as well. You know, even though I think he's going to be massive for them. Jota is a bit of a weird spec. He's a weird player because he's the same guy that can have an awful game or he'll pop up with a goal at the end to be the winner. I remember Liverpool doing up the 1-0s and stuff like that. But that's doing up the 1-0s. How many times have we seen, obviously, again, how many teams are scoring and how many teams are blasting past anyone? It is typically through Mo Salah and everything. So I don't think that's going to be the case. But I think for you, Mons, as I said to you yesterday, I think this is kind of an interesting time to be a Liverpool fan. Because if Mo Salah is to even leave, you can kind of see maybe where the problems can lie if he's not in the team and see how you play. You know what I mean? It's a bit of an experiment. You know what I mean?
Like, first of all, a lot was said. So I'll start with what Northside said in terms of the Liverpool can get got at. When you don't have a 6, you can get got at. It's as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. A lot of people are very happy with Endo and what he's done over the last 6 games. So am I. I'm very happy, and I'm actually very disappointed that he has to go to the Asian Cup because I feel like he's someone who's, since after the Palace game, I'd say from the United game, has really come into his own. But for some reason, people are now being fooled into thinking he's good enough to go the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was going to get into that. Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget that McAllister was the one playing 6 for majority of the season, and we weren't even happy with that. And for those first few games that Endo came in, I was thinking, the McAllister thing, Klopp might have been onto something because this ain't good enough. That's what we was thinking when Endo got rushed at Selhurst Park by all the black youths, bro. It was long. It got long. That IC3 midfield done us up. So what I mean is that I'm happy for Endo to come in on a run of games. But if you want to go in, like if we were still going for top 4, like it was at the start of the season, absolutely fine. Endo, no issues there. But if you're going for a Premier League, because objectives change, and this Liverpool's objective has now changed. I'm not hearing, man, that I still here for that I still want this top 4 hype. We're going for the league now. It's big boy territory. So now let's not act like Endo is now good enough to propel us to the top of the league. You need a top level 6 in order to protect your defense, especially because it's not always going to be Van Dijk and Konate. Konate isn't someone who you can rely on when it comes to being fit. Forget its quality for a second. The fitness isn't really there. Matip has an ACL. Gomez isn't really good enough to fill in at centre back long term if we're going for a title. So Liverpool we are fragile at the back. This is why I said this is why when I used to cuss Arsenal, and when I do cuss Arsenal, it's not Arsenal are shit and Liverpool are amazing. It's Arsenal aren't as convincing, and neither are Liverpool. So where does the verbal and the high horse come from? We're just as unstable as each other. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know,
If anything, just on that, if anything, the point you're making is Liverpool are still consistent with scoring and have been all season, whereas Arsenal, who were defensively stable for most of the season, in the last few weeks now they're not defending like they're defending, and now they're not scoring. So now Arsenal have lapsed defensively, whereas Liverpool have almost always this season outscored the opposition. When the defense improves, the goal difference in the gap. Now it's not even the defense. Now it's more you're missing loads of chances. So Liverpool have got different problems that they're going to have to solve to Arsenal, and I'd way much rather have Liverpool's problems at the moment than the problems that Arsenal are starting to accumulate.
And that's because, bro.
Wait, say that again. Say that again, Northside. Say that again.
We weren't defensively solid. We conceded 3 goals against Luton, almost lost that game. We got piped out against Lens. We lost to West Ham, conceding goals against West Ham and Newcastle. This defensive solidity is a myth. How many games does Zinchenko get cooked? He's been getting cooked. He gets cooked every game or every other game. Always a liability. Teams always go through. This defensive stability is nonsense. Our goalkeepers have been in disarray. We can't even choose between the two which fielder you want in goal because they're both rubbish. Yeah, Ben White has been trash, been getting skinned as well. And then we've got the flipping Island boys as our 2 flipping centre-back pairing. Phil and Lil from the Rugrats. Bro, he hasn't been as convincing.
It's a bit harsh on Saliba. That. That's a bit.
I think what it is, I'll say the past few game weeks, defensively, you man have been. They've been getting at you. Yeah. But going back to Liverpool, So let's going back to Liverpool a little bit.
Just as I was saying, like, I feel like our defense, it's different with our defense to Arsenal's. Arsenal's on the eye because they control more they control games. It looks on the eye more appealing because their form of defense is almost keeping the ball, as opposed to Liverpool, whose our form of defense is attack. It's all out attack as opposed to controlling the games, even though our average possession is actually quite high this season. And we've accumulated a lot more passes than Arsenal as well. But control's the narrative anyway. But that's another conversation. My point is that, you know, I feel like Liverpool right now, we have more match winners. And I said this earlier. I said we have more match winners than Arsenal in terms of, even though we have a new plethora of players, the Szoboszlais, the McAllisters, who again, for me, still have a lot to improve and they still have to do a lot better. You've still got Salahs, Trents, Van Dijks, and Alissons, you know, and Alisson has been a big part of why we are where we are. For me, Virgil van Dijk's been the best centre back in the league. Even when Saliba was in red hot form, for me, Van Dijk has been better simply because, not even just the quality alone, because he doesn't have a Rice in front of him. He doesn't have that protection that Saliba and Gabriel have. So just because he doesn't have that protection, for me, having to deal with more, he just has more to deal with defensively, and the fact that we have flying wing backs who are flying forward all the time leaves us even more exposed. And at the start of the season, I didn't think it was sustainable, and a part of me even now doesn't think it's sustainable. But Virgil van Dijk's been that good. It's just that fuck it, we've got Virgil and Alisson.
It's almost like not even that. He's had more responsibility. He's definitely had more responsibility. Like, even last season, one thing I spoke about, I said, well, with Thiago Silva, the reason why I said he was one of our best players last season, is the fact that we had no DM. And the guy, if you guys remember last year, our problem wasn't defensively, bro. We just couldn't score goals. Defensively, we weren't bad. It was only towards the end of the season where, like, Man United scored 4 games. Goals started to fly in. But Silva was a big part of that, And I bigged him up even more because, like you've said, we had no DM, bro. So you're spot on, bro. That's a good point, man. I didn't really think about that.
You know what, Monts, I think you have to add to Van Dijk. I'm going to be so honest, other than Trent and that as well in your defense. Because Matip's been really good this season when he was fit. And I can't lie, recent Konate partner him. Konate's just had less bozo moments and being Konate that we expected him to kind of be when he first kind of came in the club anyways. I think this is Konate's, for me, his best period of obviously like in terms of the catalogue of recent games in his whole Liverpool career. I think this is his best moments. He just looks a little bit more mature. That's all I'm going to say, innit?
He does. And I think, for me, long may it continue. And he has to, my thing is that the quality with him, he has to stay fit. Because that Matip injury, for me, worried me, innit? Because, again, Matip was the reason Konate weren't playing. Konate weren't injured. I don't know if people thought he was injured. He wasn't injured. He couldn't get in the team. because it was it. And another thing that people haven't spoke about is Trent. For me, he got cooked yesterday for that goal, but Gordon for me is still a very, very good player.
Gordon's good, man.
cooked.
No shame getting done by Gordon.
But for majority of the season, I think we can we now just like no one has spoken about it, but Trent defensively has really improved.
Yeah,
No one's really speaking about Trent defensively has been a lot better than.
He's still getting skip past though. It hasn't been something to rave about. I can't lie.
No, because he's an average defender. He's an average defender who is an outstanding player going forward.
Yeah.
He's an average defender.
Yeah.
That's the simple impact.
He's now a very large net positive. Whereas maybe last time you could have said he was neutral or net negative potentially.
He was negative, yeah. He was negative.
Now he's
solid, not nice at all.
But I got a question. Let's take it back a little bit to summer. Let's take it back to a little bit to summer because you know my take on Liverpool in it. I said for me, I don't think you'll win it because of the 6. I said even when I'm watching you lot, I'm not still fully convinced. And that Roms, big up Roms, he's been on here talking about Alisson saving you lot. Obviously, he's doing his job in it, but you can't ignore these things because, like Northside has said, you're easy to play through. Yeah, and if you come up against a team that has a proper midfield, like when you played against Brighton, McAllister struggled. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But let's take it back to what I was asking you in the summer because I spoke about your ambition and you asked me, oh, why do you think that your project's better and this that? Yeah. Do you trust your owners now to go in January and go get a DM because Endo he's improved a little bit tidy on the ball, but do you trust your owners now to go out in January and go get a DM?
No, because we was in this position the year after we won the Prem and we bought 2 centre-backs, one from the Championship and one who didn't even start and had a little bit of promise from the Bundesliga.
And he was also in a relegation side.
Yeah, just imagine that. Just imagine that. We were top of the league. Yeah, we were on our bare bones. We had to then play Henderson and Fabinho at centre-back because we had no centre-halves. Yet we were still top of the league, by the way. Still top of the league. Yeah. And the downfall happened, the 6 losses in a row. I remember six in a row at Anfield. 6 losses on the.
I think you get centre back though once. I do think you do get centre back. I think that's the first.
Can I just throw in like me personally? I think this comes down to like perspective of fan versus what the coach might need. And for me, I think if I'm a Liverpool fan, like personally watching it from the outside, left-sided centre back / person that can play left back is the priority for me because Thiago will be back soon. Bajatic hasn't kicked the ball this season. My point is that
wait, one second, yeah. You know why you're not allowed to do that, Don? The same breath, the way Mons talks about Thiago is the same way you get gas and talk about Reece James. So let's not.
No, don't do this, Cass. No, Cass. You're making things up. Now you're making things up.
It's the same thing.
No. Listen. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Cass. It's been over a year since I get excited when Reece James comes back, bro, because I don't trust him. I can't depend on him. When he comes back, I'm like, cool, we'll play better, but let's see how long this lasts. I don't get gassed anymore when he comes back. Yeah, I'm happy we've got Castro now.
He's for Chelsea.
Don't do that because I don't get. I've said it a million and one times. This guy breaks down, bro. I don't get. Oh yeah, we've got Reece James. I was talking about Reece James and that. No, I've said we need a new right back. So don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that to me, please.
How many right backs do you need, though? You can't have 3 right backs, really. No one has. Everyone has 2 players. Hold on. This is my point is, everyone has 2 players.
Joe Gomez is looking good at left back right now.
The problem is again, Gomez is now the backup for 3 different positions, and that's too much. You're stretching him, whereas he gets an injury. Then they're fucked in terms of the backup across different positions. So you need to say one of those positions that Gomez backs up. You're going to buy somebody else, because otherwise, but his injury record as well. There's too much.
We're one injury away from pretty much almost nothing in defense.
Well, Robertson's back now, isn't he? Coming back now, isn't it?
And also the thing with the Premier League this season, we have to credit. There's a lot of good offensive teams. There's a lot of teams that set up well. There's a lot of teams that will damage you. And the one thing I'm noticing the most about centre-backs and defenders this season is if you are missing your first-choice defenders, any team, these teams, when they're playing good teams, these backup players are getting exposed. And I think that Liverpool have been somewhat fortunate. They've had 3 out of 4 most weeks. And that 3 out of 4 have performed well. Yeah, like in my opinion. So what we're looking at for here is Thiago comes back, and I know it's a big if. Yeah, he stays fit. That's a big position. You might be saying, can Thiago play 6? Are we going to persist with McAllister at 6? We only need to get through a month with Endo being away. So, you know, I think it's interesting what Liverpool do. If they stick or twist, I don't think either is wrong per se, to say like we're not going to buy somebody because this and this is coming back, or we are going to buy somebody and just go for it. I don't think either are bad decisions based on the squad.
I think the quality is there, but as I think the point you made about other teams being good, as look, Dominic Solanke's on 12 goals. I think Wilson's on 7 and he's been injured. Isak's on 9 goals, and I believe he started like
He's been injured
10 games. And no one really look at Isak and say he's having a good season. Donny's got like 9 goals in like 11 starts. That is insane, by the way. That is insane on paper. Hwang's got 10 goals. João Pedro's on like 7, along with Mbeumo, I believe. So if you look at these numbers, that's how you know there's a lot of attacking quality.
Hwang, look, you know what? If I'm a top 6-7 team, I'm looking at Hwang as a striker thinking.
Hwang and Neto and what they're doing.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that, man. Go on.
Let's not forget, like, even Hwang for a second, players like Jared Bowen as well, who are just consistently scoring goals. Like these guys can't stop scoring.
Listen, Kaz, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm Man United, I'm calling Wolves and asking.
No, man, because you know what? I've seen this. You know what it is, yeah? I've seen this story before. He's having. Just let him do his thing. He's doing all right. Yeah, he's like Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He has his purple patch. Let's see where it goes past the season and maybe have another conversation. Do you get what I mean? Like that.
I hear you. But sometimes you just go with those players. He works hard. He's a good finisher. Can play across the front. Like if he doesn't renew a ball, the difference is
it will succeed at your club because there's no pressure at your club. As soon as you put a Man United, it's heavier than your whole club combined.
It's Defos first time player. It's Defos first time player.
Okay.
Defos first. Yeah, Defos first time player.
Like Old Trafford is the only place that fans boo. You know, like Old Trafford is the only place that fans want managers thrown out. You know what I mean?
That's a downgrade for Hwang. But anyway, we'll get into that another. But Northside said something about low blocks and how Liverpool struggle with low blocks. I've been saying, and again, I have to go back to the time where I was called insane, called me stupid, called me an idiot, all sorts of names.
You have to be specific here, Mons, because sometimes we call you those things, and it's different days.
No. The thing is, Mons is all those things. He is.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, Mons, where are we going with this? Because
how about this? Well, let's put it this way. When I said straight up, Man United is going to be I said the game against Arsenal is going to be an easier game than the game we're about to play against Man United. And you were what? Huh? What are you man talking about? What? How dare you disrespect Arsenal Football Club by saying that Man United is going to be a harder game? And what happened? And I'm pretty sure. And can I say I told you so now? Can I now say I told you so?
I even said the West Ham game too as well. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure whether I'm not sure whether the self-sabotage of Liverpool versus Man United is sufficient for you to come back here and tell us I told you so.
But no, it's not even that. I said this. I was screaming it throughout that little 5-day period because I'm aware that when teams sit back and Diogo Jota, because when Diogo Jota plays against the low block, we are 5 times more likely to score a goal because we're going to have less chances. And if the ball falls to him in the box, he's most likely the one that's going to put it away, even if it's on a swivel, on the turn. You know those scrappy little tap-ins? That's Jota's thing, innit? Like, proper everyone else in Liverpool, even Mo Salah, dilly-dallies, chance is gone. You know what I'm saying? There's no confidence of anyone else.
Or one point after.
So when Jota's not there and a team sits back, even if it's Man United, even if it's Luton, when Luton slaps us at the low block, we nearly lost. We nearly lost that game. Take it in. We were a minute away from losing that game. So you think Man United's low block was going to be easy for Liverpool? No, it wasn't. Arsenal are 10 times better than Man United, but the difference is Arsenal are always going to take the game to us. So the Arsenal game was always going to be easier than the Liverpool the game against Man United. And that it wasn't as crazy as people thought. It's just because, as a Northside perfectly said, bro, there's space. When there's any little bit of space, any space afforded for Liverpool, we're gonna hurt you. And Liverpool aren't even performing well, in my opinion. In front of goal, Liverpool are not performing well.
Yeah, but
Even-
Mons as well. Like Darwin Núñez, like you're right. Darwin Núñez into space. It's a myth for a defending team. You're just pulling the whole team down the pitch. You know, he runs in the angle, and I think you're right.
Werner,
Low
bro.
blocks,
Werner.
but Jota as well.
That's what I said.
It's a big point about Jota because in these little games, like it's him that you see. Like, you know, if you're not watching the game and you're just, you know, checking the score, it's like Jota 67, 1-0 Liverpool. Jota 74, 1-0 Liverpool.
Yeah.
That's
You
the
just
kind
see
of guy, bro. That's
guy.
you always look at that 1-0 Jota. Oh, Liverpool back in the game. It's always him. So not having him in these kind of games where you play low block teams, you know, that's a big comeback for Liverpool. And you probably have to look at them and say they're doing a lot. Like they're doing a lot, but I'm not.
You know what? Yeah.
They're the most convincing of the unconvincing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you know what though? Do you know what? I'm surprised no one's really touched up on Diaz, bro. Yesterday,
Yeah,
I was seeing the Diaz from last season, bro. Like the confidence to beat his man. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Again, even to win the penalty, just imposing himself, being a problem on that side, man. I was like, raw. This is a Diaz that we liked last season. Do you know what I mean? Before the injury. So big him up, man. He had a good game.
You know what? There's one thing I'm going to allude to now, yeah. And I think Northside even says as much as there's praise, there also has to be criticisms, yeah. The one thing that I would say with Liverpool that is kind of sticking out like a sore thumb as well is your record currently versus the top six, right? And that can be the difference of winning in league and not. Because City have a triple injury coming back, right? They got KDB back now. I think he was there against Sheffield United, and he's more than likely going to start his first game or get minutes against Huddersfield in the cup. I believe it's Huddersfield. They got Haaland, who's meant to come back for, I believe, might be back for Huddersfield or Newcastle. And then they also got Jeremy Doku, right? And Stones is obviously the unknown as well. So that's why I didn't really put him on a quad kind of injury boost, because it's an unknown situation. All up in the air. You know how much like Pep likes to lie. But that's three players that you could say to come back and can change a game, right? And that's the difference is Man City, even though they've been not only, I think they registered their first win, or is it 2 wins now in 6? Sheffield United, they beat Everton. They beat as well. So that's like 2 wins in like 6, something like that in the Premier League. Right. And then we want to talk about fine margins. This is the fine margin. You know, that's what I say. It's like Man City will end up beating Man United. They have beat Man United. They will beat them at the Etihad. You know, when it comes to Arsenal got to go to the Etihad and stuff like that. And teams got also go to Anfield.
Wait,
and Tottenham. And Tottenham, you got to come to Tottenham.
Hold on, can we stop this for a second? And this is why I say, like, you've highlighted Liverpool's problems against the top 6. I want to say this right. 4 out of our top 6 traditional fixtures have been played away from home. 4 out of the 6, yeah. Yes, we haven't beaten any of them. We've actually, so it's five draws and 1 loss. But I believe Man City.
Speak on that loss from time to time. Speak on that loss from time to time.
Listen, Man City lost against Arsenal, yeah. Drew against Spurs, drew against Chelsea, drew against Liverpool, beat Man United, and who's the other one? Who's the other one?
There's no other one.
Yeah.
There's one more.
Yeah, they are the other one. They are the other one.
Oh, they are.
Spurs' top 6 stuff has been quite spicy as well. But
the difference is. I was gonna say the difference is KDB. That's the difference. That's what I'm trying to say. The difference is KDB.
We've not had our.
Wait. What we're not gonna do here is say Thiago is as effective as a KDB. Yeah, we're talking about his 30 GA per season. Let's not do this.
We're a better team with Thiago, though. We're not saying it's as a better team with KDB. But City have better depth than Liverpool. Hence why they're allowed to do what they do without KDB. And even with a Haaland, they're still winning games. Liverpool couldn't lose those 2 caliber players and do what they're doing. We couldn't lose this. We couldn't lose Salah and our best midfielder and be top comfortably. Impossible. Impossible. The parameter is different. Like I understand what you're saying, and for me, the comeback I've already said about KDB in the VO5 stronghold and what he's about to bring to the team. The league's about to get into a chokehold. It's long. I know what's coming, but at the end of the day, let's not act like their record ain't spooky. And remember, I think people also forget Liverpool have played 3 games this season with 10 men for over 60 minutes. Everyone's
Filthy side. That's
let me-
that tells me you guys are
You
filthy.
employ Romero.
Let me
You
do
employ
this. Let
Horrible
me do this.
Horrible
Let me do this.
club.
then.
You employ criminals.
Let me do this.
Horrible
Then.
club, Mods.
Let me also do this, yeah. Man City also got to play Chelsea at the Etihad. They also got to play Man United at the Etihad. They also got to play Arsenal at the Etihad. And I'm pretty sure, is there one more I'm missing? They've already played Arsenal away, Man United away. Am I missing one more? And they got obviously, and that's it. I think. Oh yeah, and that's it. And then obviously when it comes to that,
No,
Aston Villa, when it comes to Aston, even if we're gonna include Aston Villa, because we have to deep their home record, Aston Villa's got to go to the Etihad and they shit away typically. And last match, I think Liverpool got to go to Aston Villa, so that's also a hard game. If we want to put them into the category as well, all I'm trying to say is like right now, even I don't even want to write Arsenal off at this moment of time.
Arsenal have got to come Tottenham as well.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't
Liverpool
want
are the ones who don't.
to write Arsenal off. Arsenal had 2 bad games. Arsenal had 2 bad games. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to come back and do something. But the whole point is, as much as Liverpool are in the conversation, that I feel the battle, other than Liverpool capitalizing probably the most out of it all, is that you have fucked up to run away with it while they're on holiday, going winning a Super Cup. Do you know what I mean? They're game in hand away from being how many points away from you lot. And I hate to say it, it's the whole term that City fans used and they love. Yeah, and you got no Mo Salah as well, by the way. So that could hurt you in the long run. It might, you know what? Who says that City win these games either? Or with them 3 coming back, they're going to go dip in the market. We know they are, because if you go look at their bench, it's full of youth. Yeah. Bro, it's business end of the season. Like business end when it gets to February, it's a madness. Like none of us learn our lesson every year. It's crazy. And
It's going to be a good season, man. But you got to understand that this for me is one of the most competitive Barclays kind of seasons ever. Like, because everyone's got good players. So there's going to still be games later on in the season where teams are going to drop points. There's still a long way to go. City are probably the ones to beat, but I think 82 points will win the league. I think if you can get to 82, and while it's mathematically possible, there's a number of teams that can get to 82 points. Like, I don't think Villa can win it, but like, if it's like at 30 games and Villa continues to win at, let's say, this rate of wins, or 10 or 15% below this rate of wins, and then I'm looking at them thinking, can they do a Leicester? Like, I don't think they can do a Leicester. But
the mentality ain't like Leicester's, man. Leicester's mentality was different, bro. Villa.
But the way I'm looking at it is it's who's there 32 games in, ready for that final 6 running. Like, for me, it's just about your positioning now. You know, be in touch, make sure you're there or thereabouts, because that last 6 games or so, that's where, you know, we're going to decide. But I don't know, like, I think Man City, they've got these players coming back. They've persevered without them. They've dropped points too. You know, Rodri, who says he doesn't get another suspension this season, things like that. Like, I'm still interested. Everyone's got issues at the moment. It's just City have the best track record of dealing with their issues consistently over the last few years. So now with Arsenal, I know we're not talking about Arsenal, but Arsenal, you look at their team now, and I was saying, Kaz, you were saying they just lost 2 games. And I was like, well, yeah, that's true. But
who
was you said Arsenal? Was it they just lost 2 games?
Yeah, they just lost 2 games, but I wouldn't put them up right now either at the same time. I think they do business.
My only point to counter that was Brentford, very late win. Yeah. Luton, very late win. Yeah. Bottom half of the table for open play chances, goals created, scored, things like that. So I'm looking at them, and sometimes it's like, well, they have issues. Do you know what I mean? Like, more issues, and we'll see how it plays out. And I think they'll improve. But
I hear it. I hear it.
Games. You know what I mean?
I'll say this as well. I think Northside is like, he's got Man City favourites, right? And obviously, I know he's been a bit quiet at the moment, but like, I'm saying, what KDB ain't the same. What if Thiago ain't the same player then? What if Robertson comes back and is not the same player? He's near enough the same age. I swear he's like 30 years old. Like, at least he's had a couple injuries back to back coming around. Like, we can always do that conversation. There's no point doing that conversation up, like, in my opinion. I'm gonna say that. Like, we talk about Mo Salah. How has Mo Salah ever done when he's come back from AFCON? By the way, has he?
He's dropped off a little bit, hasn't he?
Has he? Has he? Has he? Yeah, this time around, you don't have Mane and Firmino to bail you out. This is what I'm trying to say. Little things like that is not accounted for. Have you ever won a league when he goes AFCON?
It's been once he's gone to AFCON.
Oh, what?
acting like he's been like AFCON's every year. Something like
Yeah, but look, last time out. Did you win it?
It's a yearly event.
Did you win it?
What?
Did you win it? When these man went AFCON, did you win the league? Okay, then it don't matter then.
Hold on. We were 14 context. We were 14 points behind Manchester City.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. It don't matter. Did you win the league? So even if the whole argument. No, wait. The whole argument, yeah, is they've never done it before.
Sorry, go on. Yeah, man. Anyway, you guys don't listen to Kaz.
Salah stank when he came back from AFCON. I can't lie, he was smelling out the place, bruv.
Yeah. But we had, again, obviously, to be fair, Mane stepped up. Other players stepped. We signed Diaz as well. That's when we signed Diaz, and things started working out. Listen,
you know, so mad about that season as well. Salah started off on fire, bro, and then he just fell off. His fall off wasn't as long as people thought it was. It was only for about 2-3 months. The end of the season, he stepped back up again. The point is with there's no player who's going to be playing at a crazy level all season. Salah's always going to have a month, 2 months where, you know, he's not going to be scintillating and getting goals and assists. Salah right now leads the goals and assists tally in the Premier League. It's not going to stay like that for the season. And that's why you have other attackers. You don't have 4 other attackers, sorry, for no reason. Harvey Elliott for me, it's time to step up. I'm looking at the fact that for me, Nunes is our worst attacker. And I don't even think Nunes is bad. So that for me shows, if Nunes is your worst attacker, that shows where we're at going forward. But these guys have been underperforming for the last 5-6 weeks, and Salah has been pulling us along for a lot of that time. So now that Jota's back, we need. I don't think it's so much as what we need to go and do in January going forward. I genuinely think them have to look at themselves and step up. It's as simple as that. When Salah went AFCON, why does everyone forget that Mane went AFCON? Why does everyone forget that Mane went as well? You know what I'm saying? And people like,
did you win the league? Did you win?
I think he's saying that they lost 2 players in the start.
This time around, they got Nunes left wing. They don't have Mane to come back and bail them out halfway through the season.
They're only losing 1 player rather than 2.
You know it's Jay. Yeah.
Exactly.
So as much as we say North with Arsenal, they got the most sensitive fan base. Liverpool are the most insecure fan base. Honestly, like
players have to step up.
Over Arsenal fans.
You talk one little bad moment on there, yeah. It all comes from me in the comments.
They come for Roms. They come for Roms all the time.
Roms gets the neck of it. Anyways, not the point. Look, once you got every reason to be, it's no point. The whole point is looking at this moment of time. If we're going to keep it a buck, it's looking like a City Liverpool thing again. If we're going to go off recency in it, it is because Liverpool on fire form. And obviously, Man City or Man City, in it. It's as simple as that. Like you have every right to be where you are. And who's the Man City sort of drop points? Their defense ain't the best at the moment too.
But the Salah thing, as I said, it is an issue. I just think man them have to just buck up their ideas. Look, like, listen, if Oxlade-Chamberlain can do it, if Oxlade-Chamberlain can come into the team for AFCON for 2.5 weeks and do it, then some of these men are better than Ox going forward. So listen, I thought Ox was slightly underrated going forward as an attacker. I'm not gonna lie at times, but Jota came in and Jota done a thing when these men were gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that the difference is Liverpool were a better team that year. And as Ron said, Mane come back on fire. We signed Diaz. So when Salah did have his time off, not playing well, other man came in and backed it. I'll say this for now, for you guys that think Salah's gonna do this all season, he's not. There's going to be times where he drops off, and the other man just needs to step up, and that's what your other 4 attackers are there to do. You know what I'm saying? And,
you're not allowed to win a title. I can't lie. You're just not allowed. It's just
why not? Because it'll be 20 times for us as well.
I don't do that. What your 2-time Premier? You can say 2 times. We'll change it to 13 times. AK says Liverpool have lost 1 game in 30 plus games, credit where it's due, and that loss was a bit brazy as well. You could say as well. They lost that game.
They lost that game fair and square. Obviously, not according to the rules, but according to my rules, they lost that game fair and square. 1 lost in 30. And also, Kaz, when you're doing all these fixtures and teams that they've got to play each other, please can you start including Tottenham? I noticed you left us out a few times.
Jay, I can't lie. Even though I know we're bare shit, I know we're beating you at Old Trafford, innit? But big up Northside yesterday.
Yeah, big up Northside.
Oh my God,
big up Northside, man. Big up Northside.
Love. Okay, let me not talk too much. We played Bournemouth.
Arsenal need to step up.
I saw Bournemouth up close when we played them, and they're a good side. They're
Nah,
tiny.
you battered them. You did batter them in the second
So
half.
I'm like, what? Listen, we'll see. Van der Ven should be
No,
back by then.
Jay, I can't lie. He's not. Why would you throw after an ACL? You're gonna throw him straight in the lineup, yeah?
Wasn't an ACL, was
Oh,
a
no,
hamstring.
sorry, not ACL. Hamstring. Sorry, you're not gonna throw him straight in. That's just dumb. That's just doing like what Chelsea do with Reece James. The whole point is, look, you play a high line. It kind of suits us quite a lot. To be fair. Even when you did have your players, I think we were the better team in the first half as well at your stadium, and you should have went 1-0 or if not 3-0 down in the first half. Is what it is situation, and you don't have your major stars in it. I have every right to be, even though I know we're shit and I don't believe in my team whatsoever. I know we're beating you.
Okay, we'll see, man. I
think that's a game that you probably have to write off for yourself a little bit, in my opinion.
Right off,
the amount of times Cass has said this, yeah. The amount of times.
But you know it's done, yeah. Like, look, Chelsea they played their high-ish line, let's call it a mid block, and play the way they want to. It's fine, and they had their midfield. You barely have a midfield. It's teams that want to play higher up the pitch and stick to their principles rather than sit deep and build from the back. That's where we get hurt. When they want to play high like your team, it's kind of like you're just playing into Rashford's hand. You're gonna make my fan base gas up Rashford. That's what deep in it. And they're gonna Bruno Fernandes is the best thing since sliced bread again because he got an assist because your team decides that he wants to hook right up the pitch. And then I had to deal with this shit again with Ty saying, "Oh, maybe we can go on a run, Can. Maybe we can go on a run."
Man even did the list. And what? When you look at you're a prick for that. Man says, yeah, maybe we can, Cass.
Well, obviously,
when you not play each other?
We play each other. Is it not this week? No, next weekend.
FA Cup this week.
Yeah. So
it's not this week, Cass. So we got like 12 days for our players to get back.
Yeah, good luck, man. Yeah, but I think we can say, all right, then I've got Lissandro coming back and I've got Casemiro coming back and Mason Mount. Even though
didn't you have both of them when we beat you like earlier in the season? Both of them played that game.
Look, the one thing I can say,
we'll beat them again, bro. Why not? Let's do it again. Bro, let's do it again.
You said it yourself. I think did you say it or did Don? No, you said it yourself. When you don't have your pairing of your first team centre backs, you get hurt regardless. So your own words, G.
Yeah, but without both our centre backs, we still drew away at City. Yeah, we still beat Bournemouth that you lost to 3-0. This is not chess.
So this is not chess.
You be happy that we're not bringing first 11 Tottenham to you.
I will never celebrate my team losing. I'm not that fan. Okay. Yeah, I will always want to win, no matter who the manager is. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Yeah. But yes, I am happy that you don't have your first.
You've got a chance because these players are away. Son, Bazuma, Salah.
I will never change Greenwood.
Opportunity.
Never. Yeah,
but I still think the team that we bring to Old Trafford is enough to beat you. Yeah, as in like we will still have enough to beat you.
Yeah, maybe. I don't really believe in a Brennan Johnson, Richarlison, and whoever else is going to play. Brian Hill.
How many goals does a Kulusevski, Richarlison, Son, Brennan Johnson, Richarlison?
Stop it, Jay! Stop it right now.
Why stop it? Why stop it?
Son is your talisman, bro. You know what's mad about Son? He's only missed he's missed only 3 expected goals this season. You know, he's in. That's your man.
Yeah, that's our man. That's your man, bro. How's Richarlison doing this season?
Oh, bro! Just because you got a few GA, don't stop doing it. Because
how many goals has Richarlison got? How many goals has Richarlison got?
He's got GA.
How many goals has Richarlison got?
Stop it right now. I'm gonna send
you. I will not stop it. How many goals? All I want is a statement of facts from you. How many goals does Richarlison have? You have not learned your lesson. Honestly, I have learned my lesson. You lot have not learned.
You, George, and all the other Spurs families have not learned nothing.
What do you mean, bro? Bro, listen, you are projecting onto me right now, Cass. All I asked you was how many goals has Richarlison scored this season?
About 6 or 7, something like that, yeah?
6 goals. Okay.
Who gives a shit? Who cares?
Okay, that's fine. Listen, that's fine. How many, in terms of your attack, you're saying that Richarlison isn't enough for us to do anything at Old Trafford. With regards to your attack, how many of your players have 6 goals this season?
You've got a bunch. It's not asking those questions. I admit, look, I know my team is shit, yeah, but at the same time, my team is shit.
You said Richarlison is not sufficient to get a goal at your stadium.
Let's just do this. Jay, at home, you will always have a chance. But Tottenham away with no centre-backs, is fluky as shit. Yeah, you got a bare bone midfield. So let's say one thing gets knackered. Yeah, you got Bentancur,
You have the best away record in the league, Kaz.
Cass loves that knackered one, you know. He loves the tired one, you know.
No. You know why I don't care about that no more? No, actually, I do. It is relevant, to be fair. Yeah. Tottenham. One thing I know, Tottenham at Old Trafford is what it is. Last time you done something was Gareth Bale, and I remember that game. Yeah, against Rio Ferdinand. I remember because I was there. Yeah, it was horrible. But I'm just trying to say this: stop doing this. Yeah. Because when you start complaining, when you come, if we beat you, don't start saying injuries, and that. That's all I'm trying to say. You have been impressive, but if we go, you're as good as your last few games. Yeah, you conceded loads against Bournemouth, and you did play your highest line. They should have battered you in the first half, but they didn't. Yeah, but they didn't. If shoulda, coulda, woulda. And the last game before that was Brighton. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Honestly.
What we're doing there, Kaz, is quite simply like I'm explaining why I believe Spurs have a chance to come to your stadium and win. You say we give up chances when you have a goalie like Vicario. Maybe you can afford to give up chances. If Onana wasn't a mannequin, if Onana was the
why are we previewing this so early? By the way,
why do you think Alisson is rated so highly? Because he stops things that other goalkeepers might not stop.
Right.
No, that's the benefit of having a very good.
We got to get into this again. We got to get. You used to go.
Yeah, we will. You know it is. You know it is. Yeah. Obviously, look, you're in some good form. You got to win behind the belt. It is what it is. Spurs are they're there where they are. But let's not act like Ange doesn't play the way he plays, and let's not act like you got two fullbacks, including Ben Davies and all that at centre back. I'm just trying to say that you're down to your bare bones, yeah. And if you're thinking of your bare bones will beat Man United without your talisman Son up front, who accounts for a lot of your goals, by the way. Then I just think you're on another planet, personally. But anyways, I need to end it there.
I hear it.
I need to end it there.
Your team is still not stable or good enough, yeah. And if you play open against us, we'll create chances. We're still good enough with all these. No,
I'm not saying you're not shit. One thing you're not
coach because you got a good coach.
You got a good coach, and you're not shit, yeah. But at the same time, the quality is not all there when you're missing your form. You're missing a lot there, innit? I don't think
this is more a reflection on where United are at than what I think Spurs.
Yeah, no, I said that. I said that. This win for me don't prove nothing for Man United. It doesn't mean we're getting better. It doesn't mean shit. It's a game that's expected because of, you could say, inferior on paper, by tactics, by anything, whatever you want to call it. That's the way I look at it. Look, it is we're shit.
I'm sure we'll get into it before the game.
Man United win the game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game. It's one or the other. It don't matter. It is what it is. But yeah, pick up everyone. This is gonna go over the Trafford Tunnel. Me and Ty gonna. If you all want to hear about Man United and hear maybe me melt down a little bit, then yeah, man, head over there. Other than that, big six bands on the way to 8K, 10Ks very soon. Please go subscribe to Monster. Don't be lazy. In the comments below. But yeah, and we'll be live on Monster channel also about around 2:00. 2:30 in a bit, and we'll be back. I think we're going to be back later this evening, a bit earlier than expected. So yeah, cheers.